So last few lessons, we were talking about the solving equations involving sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay, and today we are going to do a few more exercises on solving equations. Okay, and in the first lesson, we will do some comparatively simple solving equations, and then in the second lesson, we will try to do some a little bit more complicated solving equation exercises. Okay, so let's so please remember to log in the MathApp web system. Okay, and so let me give you the link. And your username is student number, password will be LKL and student number. Okay, and we are talking about MathBook page 123. Question number 3 onwards. Okay, and so please select the classwork. Please select the classwork on the 15th of September. Okay, classwork on the 15th of September. Okay. Yes. So I will start. Yes. So I've done number 1, number 2, and then I will start talking from number 3. Yes. Okay. So sine x is equal to 0.1, and we are going to find the values of x. There will be more than one possibilities. Okay, and then the different possibilities come from the different quadrants. So we need to find out which quadrant does the angle x lie in. Okay, so there may be more than one possibilities. Okay, and do you remember how to do this? So we will change the equation into alpha first. Okay, and then right hand side is always positive. Okay, just ignore the negative sign. If there is negative sign, just ignore the negative sign. If it is positive, then it is just that number. Okay, and then the next step is to use the calculator to find the alpha. Shift sign 0.1. Okay, and then you get 5.7 something. 5.739170477 degrees. Okay, so normally for this step, I will copy all the numbers from the calculator. Okay, to be as precise as possible. Okay, and then we will determine which quadrant does x lie in. Because sine x is equal to positive 0.1. Okay, because sine x is positive. According to the ASTC, it cannot be C and T. It can only be A or S, right? Okay, therefore, x may lie in quad 1 or quad 2. Quad 1 or quad 2. Okay, so let me cover this. So there will be 2 answers. In quad 1, the diagram is like this. I will put the side in quad 1, and then this is alpha, and the x will be the angle turning from the positive x-axis, turning anti-clockwise until you meet the side. So this is x. So x is exactly equal to alpha. Okay, and alpha is 5.74 degrees. So let me see whether it is correct to 3SF or not. It's 0.1 degrees, okay? In this worksheet, give the answers correct to nearest 0.1 degrees if necessary. So, so X will be 5.7 degrees, okay? Nearest 0.1 degrees. This is the first answer. And then for the second answer, in port 2, the diagram is like this. I put the side in port 2, and then alpha is the angle sticking to the x-axis. This is alpha. And x, the final answer will be the turning angle. Start turning from the positive x-axis, turning in the direction of anti-clockwise until you meet the side. So this is x. And then the relationship between x and alpha is the sum of them is 180 degrees, adjacent angles on straight line, which means that x should be calculated by 180 degrees minus alpha, okay? And this time, 180 degrees minus alpha will be 174.3 degrees, okay? So that is the answer. That is the second answer of this question. It's okay? And then question number 4. So it is the same. But this time, the first line, tangent alpha. So we always just copy the positive number. Okay? 記住呢個 step 啊，永遠都係抄個正數落嚟嘅啫，得唔得？ And then you use the calculator, shift tangent 1.7. And then alpha will be equal to 59.53445508 degrees. Okay, just find the number first. And then, because tangent x is negative, it's negative. Therefore, according to the ASTC, tangent is negative, which means that it cannot be on the T quadrant, cannot be A box, okay? Can only be S box and C box, okay? 咁啦 tangent， 今次 tangent x 係負數嚟嘅，係嘛？咁所以咧，嗰隻 x 咧就唔可以幫佢轉到落去 A 嗰格或者 T 嗰格嘅咯喎。如果 x 係即係嗰隻 turning angle 啊。 如果轉到去 A 個格嘅話咧 ，A 就係 all positive，sin x positive， cosine x positive，tangent x 都係 positive， 咁就唔啱啦，因為我而家 tangent x 係 negative 噶嘛，亦都唔可以轉到去第三格，即係 T 個格嗰度，因為 T 個格咧就係代表 tangent is positive， 係嘛？咁嘅時候咧，我哋而家係 tangent x 係 negative， 所以又唔啱啦。所以咧，我就話啦 ，therefore x may lie in quad 2 or quad 4. Okay, quad 2 or quad 4. In quad 2, 好啦，即係有兩個答案喎。In quad 2, diagrams like this. You put the side in quad 2 and alpha is the angle sticking to the x-axis, and then x will be this turning angle. Okay, 咁同頭先一樣啦。嗱，其實每次都係咁樣噶啦，即係得幾種嘅啫。So x is 180 degrees minus alpha. Okay, so 180 degrees minus that 59 something. Okay, and you'll get 120.5 degrees. Okay, this is the first answer. And then for the second answer, in quad 4, diagram is like this, right? And then alpha is this angle, it's the angle sticking to the x-axis. And then x will be starting from the x-axis, turning anti-clockwise direction until it meets the side. This is x, okay? And then this time, the relationship between x and alpha is that the sum of them is equal to 360 degrees. which means that x should be equal to 360 degrees minus alpha. Okay, and then it should be equal to 300.5 degrees. Okay, correct, to nearest 0.1 degrees. So these are the two answers for question number 4. Okay. Oh, 呢度想你俾個反應我。Okay, if you are okay for question number 3 and number 4, please give me a like or a clap, please. If you are okay for question number 3 and number 4, please give me a like or a clap. If you are not okay, please raise your hand. Okay, good. How about the other students? Đại家俾啲反應得唔得？係咪要逐個嗌咧？ So if you are okay, please give me a like or a clap. If you are not okay, please raise your hand. Okay. So no one raise hand. Next. Number 5. Number 5 and number 6 are a little bit special. Okay. Please put a star here. Star in number 5, number 6. 有一个6岁的儿子，双方分手后，麦克支付了几千万泰铢的抚养费，并买下了曼谷的高级公寓供前女友和儿子居住。但从今年开始，前女友刻意阻止麦克见儿子，为了能够争取到自己作为儿子的抚养权，他正式向前女友提告。麦克在社交平台上承认，自己不想只做。Okay, thank you. Please put a star on number 5 and number 6. Okay, and 一兩粒得㗎啦，唔使太多，唔係十分深奧嘅，不過咧留意一啲嘢。And we are going to solve this equation again. Okay, sine x is equal to 5, sine alpha is equal to 5, and then alpha is shift sine 5, and you get math error. Okay, it's undefined. This one is math error. Okay, which means that there is no solution. Okay, so there is no solution. Okay, so you are happy seeing this because there is no more calculation you can do. Just answer that. Just write down the answer that there is no solution. Okay, so when you click shift sine number or shift cosine number and you get math error, well, actually you do not need to write this. Okay, you just need to write there is no solution. Will be okay. All right. And then number 6 is also like this. So we do cosine alpha is equal to 1.4, and then alpha will be equal to shift cosine 1.4, and you get math error again. And you do not write this in your solution. Instead, you write, therefore, there is no solution. Okay? You don't need to do any explanation. Just write down that there is no solution. Will be okay. All right? 唔使好似 MacBook 咁樣嘅話，因為佢要係喺負一同埋一之間啊咁樣噶啦。OK， 總之你計到 math error 嘅話咧，咁你就下一句咧就答 therefore there is no solution will be alright. That's the end of this question. It's okay? 好 ，next 應該冇問題嘅呢度。好啦，嗱，跟住咧題目會唔會咁簡單咧？ 即係就咁叫你撳機咁樣，或者跟住代翻落去邊個 quadrant 嗰度，咁佢通常咧就會考你先嘅喎 ，OK， 即係要你調一調啲位先嘅。我哋前邊所有做緊嘅所有呢啲題目咧，見唔見到？嗱，我再睇翻下 ，sin x is equal to 0.6。Only one sin x is in the question, and then sin x equals number, cosine x equals number, right? And then, how about the others? Tangent x equals number, and then we will do shift tangent that number. Cosine x equals number, and then we will do shift cosine that number. Sine x equals number, tangent x equals number. Okay, so sine x, cosine x, or tangent x are already the subject of this equation. Then we just do our standard steps, and you'll find the solution, find the answers very quickly. But sometimes, actually, for most of the times, the question will not just give the sine, cosine, or tangent to be the subject in the original question. You need to change. You need to change the sine, cosine, or tangent to be the subject of this equation first. Okay, which means that you need to change the sine, cosine, tangent x to be alone on one side, and then it's equal to a number on the other side. Okay, just like the questions we have done in the last few questions. Okay, so for example, this instant example 2. 4 cosine x is equal to 1. 4 cosine x is equal to 1. So we need to change the subject to be cosine x first. Cosine x will be equal to 1 over 4. Okay? So now cosine x is the subject and it's equal to a number. Then we can use our what we have learned before, okay, to do the following steps. Change the x to be alpha first, and then write down the positive number on the right hand side, and then you do the shift cosine 1 over 4 by the calculator, and find the value of alpha to be 75.52248.781 degrees. And then 嗱，留意喎，呢度咧，我哋永遠都係睇翻咧，轉做 alpha 之前嗰行嗰個 cosine 係正數定負數嚟嘅 ，because cosine x is positive. Therefore, according to the ASTC, cosine x is positive, so it can be A and C. Right? Cannot be S, cannot be T. Therefore, x may lie in quad 1 or quad 4. Okay? And then in quad 1, diagram is like this. This is alpha. And then this is x. In quad 1, x is exactly equal to alpha. And then just write down the answer, 75.5 degrees. Okay, correct to nearest 0.1 degrees. But there's the second answer in quad 4. Quad 4. Quad 4, the diagram is like this. Okay, and this one is alpha. And this is x. Okay, this is x. So x will be equal to 360 degrees minus alpha. Okay, because of the angles at the points. And this time, you use the calculator. 360 degrees minus that alpha is equal to 284.5 degrees. Correct to nearest 0.1 degrees. Okay. So that is like this. This is instant example 2. Okay. And then let us do instant practice 2 together. 一齊做一個啊，跟住就到你哋做㗎啦。 做埋呢個 instant practice 之後，就到你哋啊。Let us do the instant practice 2 together. Five sine x is equal to -3, and then x is between 0 degrees to 360 degrees. Okay. First, we need to change the subject to be sine x. Okay. So sine x is equal to -3/5. Okay, now sine x is equal to a number. Then we can use our alpha approach, sine alpha. This is 3/5. This is always positive. Okay, sine alpha is equal to 3/5. And then you use the calculator. Shift sine 3/5 is equal to 36.86989765 degrees. Okay, and then going backward, okay, of the line sine x is the subject, because sine x is negative. According to the ASTC rule, sine x is negative, which means that it cannot be S, cannot be A, can be T or C. Okay, therefore x may lie in quad 3 or quad 4, quad 3 or quad 4. Okay, so there will be two answers again. In quad 3, diagram is like this, and alpha is the angle sticking to the x-axis, and then x will be the turning angle, like this. In quad 3, x is equal to 180 degrees plus alpha, right? So that should be equal to 216.9 degrees. Okay, and then in quad 4, the diagram is like this, and this is alpha, and this is x. So x is equal to 360 degrees minus alpha. Okay, and then 360 degrees minus alpha will be equal to 323.1 degrees. Okay, both of them are satisfying this range. Okay, so we do not need to reject my answer. Okay, so both answers will be real answers. Don't need to reject this. All right. Okay, so now I would like you to do the classwork. Question number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. Okay, so please do question number 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I give you 15 minutes this time. Okay. This is a page 124. Question number 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and I give you 15 minutes. So that should be 12:02, 12:17. Please submit to the MATApp web system. 好，請你交上去啊！今次一定要交啊！ Please remember to submit your classwork to the MathApp web system. Okay, so let's check the answers. Number 7. So 3 tangent x is equal to 5. And then x is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So first step, change the subject to be tangent x, okay? And then second step, write down tangent alpha is equal to positive number. Third step, use your calculator to find alpha. Shift tangent 5/3. So that should be 59.03624347 degrees, okay? And then fourth step, going back to tangent x, okay? Because tangent x is equal to 5/3. That is a positive number. It's positive, okay? And then according to the ASTC, tangent is positive, is T or A, okay? Cannot be S, cannot be C. So X may lie in quad 1 or quad 3, okay? So in quad 1, diagram is like this. Alpha is sticking to the x-axis, and then x is turning from the x-axis anti-clockwise. So x is equal to alpha. Okay, so that should be equal to 59.0 degrees. Okay, please wait. Okay, sorry. And so the first answer is 59.0 degrees. And then the second answer is in quad 3. The diagram is like this. This is alpha, and then x is the turning angle. So x is equal to 180 degrees plus alpha. So that should be equal to 239.0 degrees. Okay? 嗱，呢個留意啊！頭先我見到你哋有一啲同學咧交出嚟嗰啲咧，咁如果佢係點即係59.0、239.0嘅話咧，你都要寫埋點0嘅噃，因為咧佢係要求咧係 correct to nearest 0.1 degrees 嘅，即係一個小數點位嘅。你一定要顯示到咧，你係準確至到一個小數點位，即係你要 show 到一個小數點位出嚟嘅。OK， 如果唔係嘅話咧，佢就會當你個答案咧係錯噶啦。OK， 得。So this is a question number 7. It's okay. And then question number 8. So question number 8. Solve 7 cosine x is equal to -2, and then x is between 0 to 360 degrees. 頭先咧計到兩個答案出嚟之後，都要望一望，即係 x 咧喺個數值範圍上邊有冇咩特別嘅要求嘅，咁 OK， 或者有冇啲咩特別嘅限制嘅？而家咧 x 就喺0至360度之間嘅，即係個要求啊。咁我哋兩個答案咧都係喺0至360度之間嘅啦。咁所以咧就唔需要 reject 任何答案咁樣樣。OK， 咁要留意埋呢樣嘢喎，得唔得 ？Okay, and then number 8, 7 cosine x is -2. So first step, making cosine x to be the subject. So -2 over 7. Second step, writing down the alpha equation. Cosine alpha is +2 over 7. And then third step, using the calculator, okay, to shift cosine 2 over 7. So that should be 73.3984504 degrees. Okay, and then going back by 2 steps, cosine x, because cosine x is negative this time, negative. Therefore, according to the ASTC rule, okay, cosine x should be negative, which means that x cannot be in A box, cannot be in C box, okay, can be in S box or T box, right? Therefore, x may lie in quad 2 or quad 3, okay? In quad 2, for the first answer, quad 2 is like this. Alpha is the angle sticking to the x-axis, and then x is start turning from the x-axis. So x is equal to 180 degrees minus alpha. Okay. So 180 degrees minus alpha will be equal to 106.6 degrees. And then in quad 3, the diagram is like this. This is alpha and this is x. So x should be equal to 180 degrees plus alpha. Okay, and that should be equal to 253.4 degrees. And both answers are within the range of 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So both of them are real answers. Okay, so there will be 2 answers for these questions. Okay, so that is question number 8. Is that okay? Any problems? I'm going to clear the board. Number 9. So question number 9. 4 sine x is equal to -3. Sine x is -3/4. Sine alpha is 3/4. Alpha is shift sine 3/4. So that should be 48.5903778 degrees. Okay, and then sine, going back to the sine x line, because sine x is negative this time. Negative. Then according to the ASTC cannot be A, cannot be S, can be T, can be C, right? So x may lie in quad 3 or quad 4. Okay, in quad 3, diagram is like this. This is alpha, and then this is x. X is equal to 180 degrees plus alpha. So that should be 228.6 degrees. Okay, and then in quad 4, the diagram is like this. This is alpha, and this is x. So x should be 360 degrees minus alpha. 360 degrees minus alpha should be 311.4 degrees. Okay, but this time, did you see the requirement that x should be between 90 degrees and 270 degrees? Okay, we have 2 answers. We have found 2 answers. First one is 228.6 degrees. That is within this range. So that is okay. So that is the first answer. But in our second answer, we found that x is equal to 311.4 degrees, which is out of the range, okay? Which is larger than 270 degrees, which means that we should reject this answer. Rejected. So there is only one answer for this question. X should be equal to 228.6 degrees. Okay, so please put a star for this question. Star. Okay, star at this place. Because we need to reject one of our answers. It's okay? 得唔得呢度？記住要 reject 喎 ，OK？ 如果唔係嘅話咧，佢就會當你錯㗎啦，得唔得？佢就會連你啱嗰啲咧，即係你計啱咗嗰個咧，都會扣埋個答案分嘅，所以記得要 reject。OK？ 好，呢度想你俾個反應我。If you are okay for the reject part. Okay, if you understand why we need to reject the answer, please give me a like or a clap. Okay? 如果你明我點解呢一個位需要 reject 第二個答案嘅，可唔可以俾一個 like 或者俾個拍手我 ？OK， 嗱記住呢度啦。嗱，如果唔明嘅，需要解多次嘅，可唔可以舉個手俾我睇 ？If you are not okay for any part for this question, please raise your hand. Okay. Any raised hand? No. Okay, so I'm going to number 10. Question number 10. 5 tangent x is equal to -6. Okay, and again, so we need to be careful. We need to pay attention to this range. X is between 0 degrees and 180 degrees. Okay, but let us do the normal thing first. So tangent x is equal to -6/5, and then tangent alpha is equal to 6/5. And then alpha will be shift tangent 6/5. Okay, so that should be 50.19442891 degrees. Okay, and then going back to the line about tangent x, because tangent x is negative this time, negative. Okay, according to the ASTC rule, tangent x is negative. So it cannot be A, cannot be T. It can be S, can be C. Okay? So X may lie in quad 2 or quad 4. Okay? So in quad 2, diagram is like this. And this one is alpha. And then this is x. So x should be 180 degrees minus alpha. So that should be equal to 129.8 degrees. 129.8 degrees is within the range. Okay, within the range. So it can be an answer. So it will be our first answer. Okay. But for our second answer, in quad 4, diagram is like this. The alpha is here, and then x is here. So x should be equal to 360 degrees minus alpha. And this time, that should be equal to 309.8 degrees. Okay, 309.8 degrees. But 309.8 degrees is larger than 180 degrees. So that is out of the range, which means that we should reject this answer. Okay, so there will be only one answer. The only answer is 129.8 degrees. Is that okay? 嗱，呢一個咧都係要 reject 一個答案嘅係嘛？咁樣。Okay. So that is question number 10. So I'm going to clear the board. Anyone not ready? Clear. Okay. So I am not going to do number 11. Okay. I'm not going to do number 11. But let's go to exercise 12D. So I would like to do some level 2 problems. And I have assigned another classwork today. Okay. So let's go to the second classwork today. So that will be the MacBook page 126. MacBook page 126 and question number 35 to number 44. Okay. 嗱呢度咧，如果頭先都嗰啲嘅題目都 OK 嘅話咧， 呢度咧，我哋會再喺頭嗰幾個 step 裏邊咧，係會再麻煩少少嘅。OK， 咁但係咧都係一啲即係大家可以做到嘅 step 嚟嘅。但係咧嚟緊我要教你嘅呢一兩個招數咧，咁你要學咗先嘅，因為咧如果唔係嘅話咧，好難即係未必會自己諗到咁樣做嘅。OK， 咁啊你學一學，然之後打粒星落去，記一記有呢一招。咁以後見到呢啲咁嘅格式嘅時候咧，即係呢啲咁嘅題目嘅時候咧，其實基本上都係用呢一招㗎啦，咁樣。OK， so now we are on page 126, question number 35. Question number 35. Please put a star here.嗱，其實之後呢幾題都係同樣類型嘅，咁我哋做咗35題係有星嘅先啦。Sin theta is equal to 2 cosine theta。好啦，今次咧，即係我哋以往做開咧，都係只係得一個 sin theta 等於一個數字，一個 cosine theta 等於一個數字，或者一個 tangent theta 等於一個數字咁樣樣。但係今次又有 sin theta 又有 cosine theta，我哋點辦咧？我哋都係要令到佢變成一個 sin 或者一個 cosine 或者一個 tangent。OK， 咁點樣可以變成一個咧？嗱，記住喎，呢招好簡單嘅啫。So we divide the cosine theta to the left-hand side. Okay, sin theta over cosine theta is equal to 2. Can you see this? And then we know that sin theta over cosine theta can be changed to tangent theta. Okay, so this is equal to tangent theta is equal to 2. It's okay? And now we have only one single tangent theta equals number. Then we may go back to our steps. Okay, so we will change to tangent alpha equal to 2. And then alpha is equal to shift tangent 2. That is 63.43494882 degrees. And 嗱，今次唔係 x 啦，係 theta 啊 ，because tangent theta is positive. Okay, and then according to the ASTC, tangent is positive. Then it can be, theta may lie in quad 1 or quad 3. Okay, and then in quad 1, diagram is like this. Alpha is here, and then x is here. X is just equal to alpha. So it is 63.4 degrees. Okay, 63.4 degrees is within the range, so it can be an answer. And then for the second possibility, in quad 3, diagram is like this. This is alpha, and then this is x. X is 180 degrees plus alpha. And that should be equal to 243.4 degrees. And 243.4 degrees is also within the range, so it can be the answer. So this time we have two answers. Is that okay? How about number 36? We also put a star here. Okay? 差唔多嘅啫。嗱，不過咧都係要做多一個 step。頭先我哋喺35題咧，一邊有 sin theta， 另一邊有 cosine theta， 我哋就會喐個 cosine theta 調過去 sin theta 嘅分母嗰度，即係除個 cosine theta。咁 咁就可以將個 sin theta over cosine theta 咧就變成 tangent theta 啦。但係今次佢哋兩個咧喺埋同一邊喎，咁我哋點算咧？我哋先將抄題目先啊 ，4 sin theta minus 3 cosine theta is equal to 0. First, we just move the cosine theta term to the right-hand side, 3 cosine theta. Then, one of them is on the left, and the other is on the right. And we are going to move the cosine theta, okay, to be dividing the sine theta, okay? So 4 sine theta over cosine theta is equal to 3, right? And we also divide the 4 to the right-hand side. Sine theta over cosine theta is equal to 3 over 4. Okay? And now we can change the sine theta over cosine theta to be tangent theta equals 3 over 4. That is in the form that we like, right? It's only one tangent theta on the left, which is the subject of this equation. And then the other side is just a number. Then we may use our normal approach. Okay, so that is changing the theta to be alpha. Just copy the positive number and then using the calculator to find the value of alpha, shift tangent 3 over 4 will be 36.86989765 degrees. Okay, and then going back to the line of tangent theta, because tangent theta is positive this time, according to the ASTC rule, tangent is positive, means that it can be in T box or A box, cannot be S, cannot be C. Okay, so theta may lie in quad 1 or quad 3. Okay, so there will be two possibilities. In quad 1, diagram is like this. This is alpha, this is x. So our this is not x, this is theta. Theta. Oh my God. In the last question, I should not write x. Sorry, I should write theta. Okay, this is theta. This is also theta. This is theta. This is also theta. Okay, we did not have x, we have theta. Okay， 好，呢度小心啲啊，唔好似我咁樣錯咗，因為人哋係 theta 嚟嘅，唔係 x 嚟嘅，係嘛 ？OK， 咁我哋就答翻，即係我哋要求嘅嘢，其實係 theta 嚟嘅。Okay, sorry about this. And this is theta. So in quad 1, theta is just equal to alpha. And our alpha is 36.9 degrees. Okay, 36.9 degrees is within the range. So it can be an answer. Okay, and then the second possibility is quad 3. Quad 3. So the alpha is here, and then x is, not x, is theta is here. And this time theta should be equal to 180 degrees plus alpha. Okay, so it should be equal to 216.9 degrees. And 216.9 degrees is also within the range. So it can be an answer. Okay, so we will have two answers for these questions. 36. Okay, so any problems for question number 36? If you have problems, please raise your hand. No, I'm going to clear the board. So I So I don't have time to talk about the remaining questions, okay? But I will talk about them tomorrow, okay? Especially 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44, okay? So I will talk about the remaining questions tomorrow. And if you have no problems, then I will stop here, okay? If you have problems, then you may stay behind. If there's no problem, then you may leave now, okay? So that is the end of this lesson. You may leave now.